Right, Ledgers, welcome to Bitcoin for Ledgers recording. So I'm doing a recording this time and we'll do a live session, live stream when the new month starts. So, just want to thank our partners, PrimeXBT, for making this happen. If you like the content shared, use the link in the description. And then once you make the account, you go to the settings, you'll find it, type in code trader1sz, and you'll get up to 7k on your deposit bonus. Terms and conditions, of course. Finally, nothing in this video constitutes financial advice. Seek the help of a professional before embarking on your capital. So, I had to get that out the way with. And also with PrimeXBT, you can use trade traditional markets as well. You can trade FX, commodities, stock indices. So you can trade all sorts of crypto if you're looking for one of those kind of exchanges. So, all good from that end. Now, let's carry on from last week. And it's just a continuation. That's why I haven't done the streams. It's just nothing to really update. If you look previously, the setups we shared, we said once this deviates below, this was the mid-range, and gets below the 29.3k, which is 2020 high, we look for a short trigger towards the weekly low at the time, and maybe some stops resting there, and possibly lower. It gave this trigger, target hit. It then ran up, so you hit your two targets, you trail your stops. It then went back up again, and it dropped towards the same area. Now, what does he do now is the question. I'm in a swing short, which I've already posted. I posted on Twitter there. My stops are break even on this. Just in case it does one more leg up. Okay, and I'm looking for, on a macro view, well, zoomed out view anyway, this target and that target, mainly. Now, why am I saying that? Well, if we zoomed out, so I'm just going to repeat what I said. This is why I haven't done much updates, because it's the same thing, really, if you zoom out. Yes, for day trading, that's different. But if we look at this, we can see, we said that macro resistance zone area, okay? We had support here. It's always good to repeat. Just, sometimes we get too married to our bias and we forget the bigger picture. Once it deviated, rip up. Once it deviated, rip up. Consolidated, this is actually the first retest area. Now, this could still go bullish. Like I said before, if it does reclaim back above here, then I will be getting bullish. But from a swing point of view, this is resistance. I don't want to be long in resistance. Yes, may get lucky at times, but probability-wise, I like to trade resistance as resistance until it's proven otherwise. So I'll get a couple of wins, and then eventually, if I keep taking it, or there's something else that forms that stops me, the probability of of just shorting resistance and buying support, just to simplify it, works out better in the longer term than trying to think everything's going to be breakout. Okay. Now, with this pair, I'm going to give my views on the ES as well, as to where that's our resistance as well, which I'll explain in a minute where. And then if it flips, we'll get confluence from both Bitcoin and ES for higher up, if that happens. So till then, we'll focus on shorting this till proven otherwise. From a swing perspective, yes, you can take many day trades. That's irrelevant to swing. So what we've got here is that, and I'm just going to mark out the ranges, so add that back in again. We've got that there, and just to remind ourselves, level to level, we've got that. That was the range high at the time there, and this was the range low. So what we'll be looking for, okay, even if it is going to go up, I would like a retest here, a deviation. I mean, this will be a separate range we could trade, but once it reclaims, then most likely probably going to push towards there again. So that was something I'll be looking for if it sets up. But that would be a first support area. Resistance becomes support for a push up. That is the range. Okay. If it was to break below here, then okay, we can short that towards there as a separate trade. Okay. Hence why, if this is resistance, I'd expect to move there, and then maybe push up there, or maybe take out these lows. I don't know. I'm playing it level to level. So, having said that, what do we do going forward? Add in the levels again. So, my area there, that's our break even. So, there's a lot of lines going on there. But if we look at the daily, what do we have? So, this was a weekly range, sorry. This was not last week, the week before's range. Since we're still stuck within that. We closed red last week. It is just a retest up. New month is coming up, so I don't like trade the new month. Just for the wick of the monthly candle, but for now, we'll mark it as a level to level plan while the swing unfolds in the background. Whether it gets trailed out or not is irrelevant, but we're still below that weekly mid range. Okay, now I personally wouldn't be taking day trade. I mean, new positions unless it's a really high probability. I mean, last day of the trading month. But what I will mark out, having said that, we're still in those range areas. So two scenarios. Okay, one is if it rips up. This is a resistance level, that pink level. What is that pink level? It's just that previous range high there. So, keeping in mind that weekly range, the two green levels, let's go up there now. What could happen? If it's a swing failure, because it's still resistance area, as it's proven, if it rips up and then deviates, that will be my trigger plan, just like we said here. Cut in a clean break above, target 1 area, which is the mid-range and the yearly level together. Target 2, so T1, T2, trigger, invalidation, and then this level into the range level here. Okay, so I made a bit of a mess there, and then this. All these are targets here, is zone. Okay, that's level to level. So that should be straightforward. Now, if it decides that it wants to drop from here, I'll be quick on the cutting it if it doesn't go to plan. But this, excuse me, where's that level again? Because I was looking at my short-term trading chart. Let's zoom out. This, what is this level again? Ah, yearly open, isn't it? Because I use separate chart for the streams. You see, that's why I've got mixed up. That pink line. What did I do with it? Where the fuck did I get that from? Go to monthly. No, that's where I got that fucking pink line from. Ignore that for now. This here. So we're right at there. Excuse me, just got a bit of a cough going on. For a short-term plan, mark out this basic trigger plan. Okay. We're going to be looking for a trigger. Maybe let a stop run if it happens. If it doesn't, so be it. But like I said, it's month end. You want to be quick on the if you're wrong. Okay, on the idea. So where are stops resting? Our stops will be resting below previous short term on daily low. So what we've got here is a new day Sunday, and we've got Saturday low, Friday's low. We got this low, and then the ifs can go down. So what I would like to see is maybe one more run up, and then if it breaks, okay, we're gonna break down back below the daily open, trigger, and we're going towards the same targets. Maybe target 1 here, and target, and we use the same objectives. Where will the stops be resting then? Target 1, stops go to break even, trims them off. Target 2, treating it level to level, okay, while the swing unfolds. So T, target 2, and target 1. Okay, and then the lower down targets would be, obviously, get rid of this mess. These lovely lows here, in towards this range level here, which is in the previous review. So if you watch the previous stream, you'll see that. Okay, that's what I'll be looking for a level to level play. One is either it rips up, gotta be prepared, or rip down. And then the bullish scenario, as I explained, is okay, if it does break above the old range high, which is the pink level, okay, then we enter a new range, don't we? So if it was to, I don't know, to do this, consolidate above and hold. If it goes in one candle, it goes in one candle. So be it. Okay, nothing we can do about that. Next trade. And then I'll be looking towards, then maybe take some off around here, because there's going to be levels along the way as well. There, as that was capping the area before. And towards there. So T and then T. Okay. So that would be the objectives if it does break up to the upside. So we're going to be prepared for both sides. It's not up or down. Whoever's up or down, well, you must have 100% strike rate. I'm going to be prepared. It's all a game of probabilities. I don't know what it's going to do. I react to the market. Sometimes the words bullish and bearish can be, misleading. I'm not bullish or bearish. I trade the current price action. I think that's the best definition to use. So there, that's the plan. Basic, straightforward, and that is it. Now, from a swing point of view, okay, I can play also level to level. If it was to break below here, so where did we say our level was? Around here, right? So for a short-term day trade, so say I've got a swing going, or if I'm playing level to level, whichever way you want to look at it, If we look at it from this perspective, okay, sometimes too many lines does do the heading. We can, I mean, there's gonna be stops resting here, at these lows here, okay, in towards the red range level below it. So what I'll be doing is the KSR level. If it breaks down and then hold, that's a separate level to level trade to either compound or fresh position or whichever way you want to look at it. Target, target. That's a key level to possible bounce or whatever, like something like this, and they could do this. I don't know. I don't care if it's gonna go down or higher. I'm done at that point. Okay, or if, and this is a nuke. Then, if it breaks down below here and holds, that's a separate trade towards these lows there, and that is it. Level to level. You don't need to commit to bullish or bearish. You're playing what the market is telling you, and that's all. Okay, straightforward. Now I've got another chart here. I lost it, didn't I? Here, that may simplify things down. So we know there's a resistance level here. The way you can look at it is, if you're not confident or you wanna, wait, then it's pretty clear. Those same areas, you can see where it previously, once it broke the trend line and got below the February open, the monthly open at the time. Okay, there's a trigger down towards the stops here. That's where we look for long deviation back above. So similarly, we've got the stops resting there. We've got that monthly level there. Here, we have the trend line. If it was to break down, hold, similar situation that I've just described. Breakdown, trigger plan, cut it on a reclaim back above. Be quick to cut it. If you're wrong, be quick to cut it. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. Nobody has a 100% strike rate. This is what I don't get with people. Oh, you got shut the fuck up. 2, I'm probably 100x your net worth. My one loss is probably 10x your net worth anyway. But the point being, trading is a game of probabilities. Okay, you don't even have to have a 50% strike rate. As long as you make more than you lose each time, it's all good. Target, and then possibly there. But my main area, I'll be focusing on, like I said, level to level, from there towards there, and that is it. This is a simplified version. Sometimes the detailed charts are just, explain it better, but these charts help simplify things down, and that is all. Okay, and that's all I'm leaving. Now, if things change, obviously in the next stream we'll be describing that. I've already marked up. If I'm wrong on the idea, we're gonna go up the long plan. Similar with FUSD, then I'll do ES and we'll call it a day. Quick video. It's that similar situation. These levels are described in the last review, so you wanna watch that. Okay, so there's no repeating what they are. I've described. All these levels are all described. Okay, so if you watched it, you'll know what I'm on about. If you haven't, then go watch it. Don't be a lazy cunt. We can time these trades with this. So scenario 1 is, we've got this key level here, which is a midpoint of last month, I believe. So if I was to draw at last month's high and low, oopsie daisy, no, that's not the midpoint. 1955 is the midpoint actually. This is the weekly chart. Yeah, this is what happens when I'm trading multiple charts, one for the stream, one for my personal trading. Yeah, that's that weekly mid range, which nearly enough capped the upside, okay, or close to that zone anyway. You can see, yeah, it had resistance there. Remember I said this consolidation can go down from here. Now similarly, if it's gonna go down, how can we play the plan? Well, if that's capping the upside, as you can see, so if I clean this chart up, so the high time frame explanation has been done, that's why I'm not repeating it. Okay, we've got this there, and where's that level again? Just gonna mark this level out so I know on a clean chart where we're looking for. There, let's clean this shit up again. So if we get some sort of a run up, okay, if it runs up, yeah, I'll wait for the deviation. Okay, there's my trigger, level to level, target 1. If it comes in and bounces, you cut it. If it then breaks back below, play the same levels again. And I like these lows. Look at these level lows. So you got a stop run. Hang on, let me clean this shit up. For a proper arrow, target, stop run into towards these lows. Okay, simple, straight to the point. If it doesn't give me that, fuck, why did I delete those levels? Wrong one. If it doesn't give me the pullback I want, technically I do have a trigger plan here, but it's because it's month end, the same pattern I don't like. You get some sort of stop run or whatever into the new month. However, if it doesn't, we're going to go into that stage now. So we're within this What's capping the downside? Let's call this is our range low for now. Okay, as that's capping the downside. You can get a basic trend line pattern. Okay, maybe, I don't know if it'll run these highs or not, or whether it does or not is irrelevant. Okay, breakdown and hold below. This is a trigger, target, and then target, and then there, and then there. Okay, simple. That's it. Straightforward. But you must understand the higher time frame context to understand this stage. Okay, I personally think lining it up with Bitcoin, this would be a key area here to watch. Okay, if I'm correct, so something like this breaks down, holds below, target, and then target there. Okay, and obviously that's what I'll be looking for. Ideally, I hope it sets up once the new month starts. I don't like trading the end of the month. I'm just in the Bitcoin swing and some alts I've mentioned already. So we go for target, and then target there. Okay, whether it does that stop run up or not. Why? For the reasons I've given. That more or less sums up ETHUSD. I'm keeping it very, very simple. There's no point going on to an hour explanation on something that only requires 2 minutes. Okay, especially if you're in the high time frame context behind it. So we're below that trend line. Obviously, okay, this is acceptable as well. It may run these high. It may run up again. Okay, and if it deviates, same pattern. Trigger. That's the other. If it does run up, I don't like the way I've drawn my arrows. I like to refine. I like to do a proper arrow. You know what I mean? And target. Yeah, done. If it looks further, Who gives a fuck? You can always leave a portion running, but that's the main play, and that is it. Okay, for ETHUSD. The upside, I don't have clear trigger plans. So that would mean if Bitcoin gives me a trigger plan for the long side, like I explained, because that's technically cleaner to me personally, then by default you have one on ETH. Simple. Now let's go on to ES. I'm gonna keep this very, very simple on ES. So we'll find ES. I've done a Nasdaq already. ES. Okay. No. I need a clean chart for this. Okay, let's clean this chart up. There. We're going to go to the yearly chart. So we can see, if you're going to look at it like this, you're going to say, oh, it's so bullish. But if you look at it like this, it's a retest of mid-range. Okay? So you go to the yearly. We're going to map out last year's high and low. Okay? Or is it this one? Hang on. So I'm going to mark out last year's high. We've done a different chart. That's the problem. Last year's low. Okay. And the mid-range. Now watch where price is at right now. Around the mid-range. We've also got these range levels as well. I prefer this one. So we're going to mark out two mid-ranges. We're going to mark out last year's one and we're going to mark out the other. A bit of a zone. Okay. I'll explain that in a minute. 4155.25. 4155.25. So let's mark that out. 4155.25. How gonna go soon? We're going for a Sunday roast. Yes. And then we're gonna mark out 4226.25. 4226.25, but we remove the girth off of that. 4226.25. And we'll do that. And I'm gonna do the dotted line so it doesn't get in the way. But we're gonna have a zone marked up. Actually, that might require more girth. There, make it lighter. Okay, there. Now watch this. We go to the low time frame, and as you can see, historically, it's a resistance zone, a soft flip zone. So now if I was to make this a whole zone, now watch this. If I do that, right, that's a zone area. If I remove the drawings, that is a SR flip zone, isn't it? Support, consolidation phase, retest, rally up. Comes towards there, rally up. Deviates, gets back below, rally up. Deviates, gets back below, retest, drop. Drop. Yes, we may get that pull up, but it's still resistance. Okay? Now, if it flips, we just got to go long then. So, that's our resistance. Bitcoin's at resistance. Well, we treat it as resistance to prove it otherwise. Now, if we make a clean reclaim back above this area, so what I want to see is make a clean reclaim above the zone. Okay? And then retest that area. Then yes, let's go. Target. But till then, it's resistance. Now, when you get the people saying, "Oh, it's so bullish," like, okay, if you want to see that, if you want to look at it like this, then yes, it's so bullish. But you gotta zoom out sometimes, okay? And that is the situation. Now, trigger plan for this, before I fuck off and let you guys enjoy your weekend. I hope you're all having a great weekend, by the way. Simple. Keep it very simple. If I was to draw this line out, this is why in context is always important in the market, okay? You can see that, you can see the SR there. The deviates back below, resistance. I would like a run up. And then break back below. There's that deviation. Like this. Trigger. Where's the stops resting? There. Target. Target, and then range lows. It's just a move in towards range lows, but this is more than enough, so remove that for now. Save mental real estate there, and you're done. Now you can have targets within here as well, so we'll have, so let's just focus on that as a range. We got let's go for this as the target, and that, and then you're done. So if that gives the trigger and then Bitcoin lines up, now if Bitcoin breaks above, like I mentioned, and ES breaks above, then we got the long scenario. I hope that made sense. I hope you guys enjoyed this clip. If you like the content shared, and to show support and tell Prime that you like them, you like the content shared, then use the link in the description and use the code promo Trader1SZ, and that'll tell Prime you guys want me to continue this. I hope you have a lovely, fabulous weekend, and we'll catch up in the new month. Take care.